Welcome to Doctor Who, Time and Space.
Welcome.
Yeah, I'm Lewis Moon.
And I'm Daddy Cool.
And just to tell you, we've been doing this podcast before, but this is our first one on YouTube.
So it's a bit of a new experience for us.
And for you.
Yeah.
What sort of things have we been doing over the last couple of weeks as a catch-up first?
Well, we've been doing features on each of the Doctors.
Looking at the bad bits, good bits, best monster, best companion, and then rating them out of 10, yeah?
We have, yeah. We've also been doing the occasional review of different episodes that we've watched.
Oh yeah, we never did that last week, but we might do it again this week.
Yeah.
And finally, what was our new game we did last week?
You'll have to remind me of the name of it.
Quiz or question.
Quiz or question. What does it mean?
Well, what we did was our quiz section means we get a quiz about a Doctor Who question which has happened over the last 33 series.
Yeah.
But question means our opinion on something around Doctor Who based.
So if you want to actually raise a quiz or a question, feel free to actually leave a comment, perhaps on somewhere on the Mr. Lewis Moon YouTube page, and we can always, in future episodes, treat those as a quiz or a question.
Yeah, and
Does that sound good?
Don't tell us if the only thing is don't tell us if it's a quiz or question because we have to guess that bit at the beginning.
Okay, yeah. So just send us random stuff.
Yeah, random questions and quizzes and stuff.
So basically, so for a lot of people, this would be the first time they've ever seen Doctor Who, Time and Space, or heard it.
Yeah, heard it. Yeah.
So
we didn't want to show our faces for this one because it's a podcast.
Yeah, we are obviously gorgeous, aren't we? So
Yeah.
we could show our faces, but we decided not to. So you've got a picture of whatever the icon is at the moment, which is probably a Cyberman and Dalek. So what have we got on this week's show then, Mr. Lewis Moon?
Well, first we start with a Weird and Wonderful. So we have lots of Weird and Wonderfuls which we look at. And it's a feature where we look at some pictures and some videos. So the first one is a picture of Peter Capaldi, which looks younger with dark hair. The face looks exactly like him, all the exact same wrinkles, all the same colour eyes, same eyebrows, same nose. It's quite perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably got more wrinkles than the Doctors we've seen of late, hasn't he? But perhaps less than the first few.
Yeah.
Certainly got less wrinkles than William Hartnell.
Now we've got a whodunit picture with a a broken cherub statue, and there's loads of monsters around. What can you see there?
Yeah, I can see a Bastinarada.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
A Solarian.
You can see a Dalek in the background with Cybermen painting.
A Toby, I think I see in there.
Where?
Do I?
Oh yeah, Toby. Banfakalata.
Yeah. Yeah, and a Sontaran, little potato head, and a nude.
A cat person.
Oh yeah.
Dr. Martha.
Yeah.
Rose.
And actually on the pictures in the back, there's some pictures as well. There's one of the heavenly
hosts.
Yeah.
Beast.
Yeah.
And Davros.
Davros.
Absorbeloff.
Yeah. So where can people see these pictures?
A Doctor Who TV website.
Ah.
Good. Also there's a Doctor Who Meets Adventure Time picture, and it's like pictures of Peter Capaldi and Clara in Adventure Timey world.
Ah.
Yeah. And it's called Adventure Time and Space.
Adventure Time and Space.
Yeah.
Real.
And then we've got a Weeping Angel Barbie doll.
Ah.
Which is like it's quite scary because it's an angel, but it's a Barbie doll at the same time.
Ah.
So should we move on to the news?
Yeah, let's move on to news. So, what news have we got this week then?
Did you hear about the scripts being leaked?
I did, yeah. Terrible. Well, it wasn't by us. We know that much, don't we? We wouldn't leak them.
Yes, I was just going to look at the actual full article.
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
So do you want to read a bit?
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, basically, the main thrust of it is that the BBC have actually pleaded with Doctor Who fans not to spoil season 8 because the complete scripts for the first 8 episodes have been leaked online. So I won't read the whole of the BBC statement, but basically they're investigating the security issue where unfinished materials, it's not the final stuff, has inadvertently been made public. BBC say they deeply regret this and apologise to all the show's fans, the BBC and the cast and crew who have worked tirelessly making the series. So and they're making a plea to anyone who may have any of this material and the spoilers associated with it not to share it to the wider audience. So that basically, so that when they put the actual show out, which isn't too far away now, people can enjoy it for the first time. So and it's a shame when these things come out, isn't it? Because if we think of some of the great moments from the recent series, like for instance Tom Baker,
Yeah.
when he appeared at the end of the 50th anniversary, that was a brilliant surprise, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or the whole stuff with Clara, great surprise. I don't know about you, but when the Doctor was killed in the beginning of series 6,
Or 32,
yeah,
if you like to say it.
yeah, I mean that was brilliant, wasn't it? It was I didn't know what was going to happen in it.
No. Spoiler. Keep me spoiler free.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, we like our hashtags here, don't we? Over on
Of course
Two
we
Time and
do.
Space.
First, we've got a Series 8 Deep Breath First Look.
Okay.
So there's a picture of Peter Capaldi and Jenna Coleman, and they look weird. They look Victorian, because
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? So this is from series, from the opening episode, Deep Breath.
yeah. He must have just got changed and thought, I don't know what to wear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have seen his costume now, haven't we?
Yeah.
In earlier weeks, so we know the sorts of things that he's likely to wear.
Yeah, we do. And I think he's going to be quite good.
Okay.
Sanjeev Bhaskar cast in Series 8 final.
Okay. So what do we know about Sanjeev? Well, we know that he's a popular comedian. Basically, Stephen Moffat has said, "I'm completely thrilled that he's coming to the aid of the Doctor. The danger is never deadlier than in a final episode, and the Time Lord is going to need all the help he can get." Sounds excellent, doesn't it? So, what do we know so far about Series 8?
There's lots, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many stories have we got? Do we know?
12. Well, we've got 11 stories, but then it's going to be a two-parter in the final. And then we're going to have the Christmas one, which is going to be the 13th story of the series. So it's November the 8th. So it's going to be about a month and a half gap between Series 8 and the Christmas special.
Right, okay.
So not long.
Okay.
Like Day of the Doctor, that was about a month between the Christmas special.
Brilliant. Okay, any more news? News?
Not really. No.
Okay. So basically, we won't be searching for spoilers, will we? Because we want to see it all. We want to see it all for the first time.
Oh, we've got our third Doctor favourites from the Pertwee era.
Okay.
So
Is this something from which website?
It was it would have been John Pertwee's birthday. It says.
Right. Okay. Okay.
And so our 5 favourites. What's our first one then?
First one here is Spearhead from Space.
I'd say I'd rather enjoy that too.
Yeah. What was just for the listeners that haven't seen it before? What's Spearhead from Space about?
Well, it's about a sphere, and it lands to Earth, and the Nestine is trying to catch it.
Okay, so it's an Autons one, yeah?
Yeah, it's quite good.
Okay, we then had Carnival of Monsters.
Never seen that one, actually.
No, I mean, I might have seen it a long time ago, but I certainly can't remember it. But basically, I think there's a Carnival of Monsters in it.
Yeah.
Okay, we've also got The Green Death.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a good one.
What do we know about The Green Death?
Well, it's basically about this thing called Boss, and it's trying to take over the Earth and try and close down the factory. No, the forgot what it's called now. The underneath, but he's at Global Chemicals, and the giant maggots are invading, all because of the. No, that's I'll get confused with Planet of the Spiders now. But
yeah.
okay.
Okay, the Time Warrior.
You've watched that one with me.
I have, yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's a good. That's a Sarah Jane one, that one. And then finally, Inferno.
It was ages since I watched that one.
Yeah.
But it was good. I know it was good.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I can remember about it.
Yeah.
It was good.
Okay, well, we like It's actually interestingly on the picture that accompanies this article on the Doctor Who TV website. There's actually a picture of Peter Capaldi and a picture of Jon Pertwee next to each other, and actually they look really similar, don't they?
Yeah.
Really, really similar. And I guess when you look at the early pictures you see of Capaldi, he does look somewhere in between. It reminds me a little bit of if you were to merge together Jon Pertwee and Tom Baker.
Yeah.
Sort of like a crossbreed of the two. Okay, so what do we have next up on the show?
Well, we have our next feature, which is going to be Trial of the 12th Doctor, and today we've got Trial of the 7th Doctor, which is episode 7.
So for those listeners that haven't actually seen the show before, what do we actually do on this particular article?
What we do is we look at the good things about this Doctor, the bad things, the best monster, best episode, best companion, and then at the end we give an overall rate out of 10 for him.
Okay. It's quite a hard one, this one, actually, for me, because from when Doctor Who was on the first time round, I guess by the time Sylvester McCoy, it's Sylvester McCoy, isn't it? Yeah. By the time Sylvester McCoy's series came on, I'd grown out of Doctor Who, really, and I didn't really watch it, and I found it a little bit annoying. It's only really when you go back and watch it now that you realise actually he was really good.
Yeah.
He's quite different than a lot of the other Doctors, and he's perhaps certainly more childlike in the early ones, and then got a little bit more sinister perhaps as it went along.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, too. Good moments, then.
Good moments.
Good things about him.
Good things about him. I think probably he, as with a lot of the other Doctors, he was an eccentric character. As I say, he perhaps a childish charm.
Yeah, I know the bad things, so I'll do that in a minute.
Okay.
But yeah, I agree with you. He's a great Doctor, as every Doctor is, and he's quite different, and he's got different personality. But the bad things about him, there's only one bad thing about him, which is he ended Doctor Who.
Ah, yeah. It was sad times. But yeah, I think I get the impression that the second series with Sylvester McCoy was probably better than the first series with him, and they brought perhaps a sort of not a nastier edge, but certainly more of an edge to the character.
And I think the end of the third series was actually really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, with him.
Yeah.
So next we go to best episode with him.
Okay.
And should I do my top 3?
Yeah, you do your top 3. I can't really comment on this because I haven't seen too many.
You can choose one in a minute.
Yeah.
But I'll say 3 is Remembrance of the Daleks.
Okay.
2 is Survival. And 1 is Curse of Fenric.
Yeah, see, Curse of Fenric I really should watch.
Yeah, it's on Netflix, I think.
Yeah. And as a Netflix user, I should be able to access that and watch it. I have watched the Daleks one. That was a good one.
Yeah, you can borrow it from me, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, the Daleks one was good.
Yeah.
Remembrance, yeah.
And what was the final one you said? Survival. No, that was the middle one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the last one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's who's the enemy in that one? Is that the Master?
The tutor people and the Master.
Yeah. Okay, so favourite companion?
Yeah, yeah. What do you think?
I'm just trying to remember all of the companions he
Well,
had.
mine is Ace because I'm definitely not going for Mel again.
No, I wouldn't go for Mel either.
I'm not. I didn't go for Mel last time anyway.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with you, and I think actually, I think Ace was quite a different sort of companion. She was quite boyish, wasn't she?
Yeah.
A bit of a tomboy. Certainly, perhaps in many ways, less glamorous than the modern day companions, but again, quite willing to get up and at them. Whereas I guess when you look at the very, very early companions, they all tended to be a little bit ooh, ah, screamy.
Yeah, yeah.
As women generally were in old things. So there wasn't too many heroic characters. Whereas basically, I think she was probably tougher than the Doctor, actually, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Anything else in this particular item?
Um,
Are we going to see any of, hear any of the episodes featuring
no, it's
some?
alright. No.
No?
We need to do best monster now.
Okay, best monster. You going to go first?
Hemovores, because they're in Cos Fenric, and they're quite good bad guys. You know, the blue guys,
Ah,
blue
yeah,
faces.
yeah.
Yeah, the gravelly ones in the funeral place.
I would go for Candyman. Just because
That's a funny one.
yeah, there's something quite funny about him, and because he reminds me of Bertie Bassett from my childhood. A big licorice all sort looking guy.
Okay.
He's probably, I mean, to be honest, I mean, if in the modern day series they had a character like that come into it, everyone would laugh it off the screen, wouldn't they? But it was probably just something of its time.
Yeah. Okay. Overall vote out of 10.
Out of 10, I would go for 7, probably. How about you?
I'll agree with you. 7.
7 again.
Yeah. 7.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Okay.
No,
So
8. I'm gonna go for 8.
you're gonna go for 8.
8.
So, as a reminder, can we, for the people that haven't actually listened before, should we do a quick recap on what scores we gave for all of the Doctors? Can we remember?
It was not really, because it was 7 weeks ago since we did the first one.
Yeah. I know, and William Hartnell, I think we gave as an 8, I think.
Yeah. Patrick Troughton.
I think might have been a 9.
Mm.
John Pertwee, I think, was a 9 or an 8. 9 or an 8.
I think it was a 9.
Tom Baker was 10.
Yeah, well, for me it was a 9.9.
9.9. Yeah. Peter Davidson, I think, was an 8, wasn't he?
Yeah. Colin Baker was 8 as well, I think.
Was he, or was he a 7?
Wait, he was 7, yeah.
Yeah, he was a 7. And that brings us up to date, doesn't it?
So, yeah, we know.
Yeah, so there we have it.
So
if you go back and listen to any of the old podcasts, you probably find that we're lying and they weren't the scores at all. But that's what they are as of today.
Yeah. Okay.
So next item.
So next item, are you going to do a review this week? You can do a review.
I've got to do a review. Okay.
What do you want to do a review for?
Yeah, I'll do a review in a minute. I need to think about what review to do first of all.
Okay.
So what should we do? Review. I think I'll go for. I think I'll do the first one from the second part of series 7.
Which is Basil St. John.
Basil St. John.
Come on,
then. Okay. I mean, I thought Basil St. John it was really quite an exciting action-filled adventure. I think the second part of the series in general, they tried to do so that it looked like very short action film type arrangements.
Definitely, the first series was all different types of films.
It was,
like
yeah. And I think that's what they did. They tried to keep like short, sharp ones, and this one in particular was perhaps the action adventure. So it had cycle chase scenes, and it had basically all that sort of thing going on. So I thought it was good. There was no sort of baddie like no sort of baddie that we would have seen before. I'm trying to think what the names of the baddies were.
Well, there was Miss Kislet.
Yeah.
Was the main bad guy.
Yeah.
Then you've got the Spoonhead.
The Spoonheads, that's right.
Then as well you had the overall bad guy, which was the Great Intelligence.
That's right. And the clever thing about it was, I guess, the whole story based around the use of the internet and things. It just made you think: is somebody watching what we're doing now? Or in your case, is somebody listening to what we're doing now? Oh no, there's no one there. That's all right then. Yeah. What would your review of that be?
Oh, it's quite a good episode. Yeah.
Do you think it's one of the best in that series?
Oh, one of the best. I think it's. If you didn't count Day of the Doctor and Time of the Doctor, would be in Series 7 Part 2. It would be my second favourite.
So there we have it. Yeah. Good. I've got another suggestion for something which we should have as a section on this week's podcast. I think we should just talk a little bit about an update on what's being loaded up onto the Mr. Lewis Moon YouTube account this week, and what perhaps people have got to look forward for in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, so today we finished doing the Professor Travers adventures, the Yeti's Revenge, episode 3. This is quite a good section to tell you what's YouTube, to tell YouTube to promote the new stuff.
Yeah, I think that's right. Hopefully people will enjoy that. So this is part 3 of
Yeti's Revenge, Professor Travers.
And how many out of? So it's 3 out of 6. Yeah.
But then there's going to be a few more stories after that, and hopefully we'll do a second series.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
That was our first attempt at audiobooks, wasn't it?
Yeah, but we had to do a lot of outtakes.
We did.
We laughed about 1 million times in it.
We did, yeah.
Because there's so much funny bits.
Yeah, but we were having good fun making it though, weren't we?
Yeah, we did.
And I think we hopefully managed to wipe out all the laughing, but if you hear some sniggering in the background, just pretend it's a Yeti.
Yeah.
Coughing.
Or just pretend it's Sylvester McCoy going, or an ice warrior hissing. Just say some random thing.
It could be a random stuff.
Just quiz or question going on in the background.
Yeah.
But so Awakening of the Sea Devils Part 3 will be out next week, won't it?
It will, yeah. So it's the last part of Awakening of the Sea Devils,
which you've read.
It's my first bit of writing for Mr. Lewis Moon. And
you're going to do. Hopefully, if you want to, you can do some ones in the new series.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Well, next year.
That sounds good. Yeah, we'll certainly be hoping to do that.
You can help me with the Mr. Lewis Moon movie, which I've started writing now.
Do you want to talk a little bit about Mr. Lewis Moon movie? Yeah.
Well, yeah. If you don't know, next year, at least I hope it's next year, we're going to make a Mr. Lewis Moon movie. Oh. So it's going to be better than the normal average figure adventure of ours, but there's going to be loads of stuff we're going to do for the movie. I've started writing that now.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the main baddies are going to be the Cybermen.
Brilliant.
And there'll be Peter Capaldi, probably Jenna Coleman, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I've not got too far in it, but it's going to be quite long.
Brilliant.
I hope. So yeah.
And for the aside from that's the main things probably going on your YouTube account, isn't it? I was trying to think in terms of other things that Doctor Who viewers may like. Have there been any other Doctor Who related videos uploaded onto YouTube that you wanted to plug on this section this week, or not really this week?
If you like Doctor Who figure adventures, then you'll like Doctor Who Online. There was a trilogy of adventures last weekend.
Right.
So we've got 3 parts of an adventure called Run.
Right,
so that'll be exciting.
Yeah,
and we haven't watched it yet, but hopefully it's going to be good.
Okay, good. Well, maybe we'll watch that a bit later.
Yeah.
Once we finish this show.
Lunch.
Yeah, because we'll be having lunch then.
Yeah. Well, tea, basically.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Okay. Anything else on this section?
I was going to say we've decided we're going to do a little documentary for the 3rd anniversary of our Figure Adventures, which is coming on the 20th of August.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? But we've been actually making these now for 3 years, coming up in August.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So, just in time for deep breath, we've got loads more stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay. Next section.
Well, our next section is quiz or question.
Okay. Welcome to Quiz or Question.
Now, this is the 2nd episode, but the 1st episode for most of you.
Yeah. Okay.
So, quiz or question. Do you have our first question or quiz or whatever?
Okay. Yeah, it's written down on this bit of paper here.
Okay, what is it then?
It says, who is the best actor never to have been the Doctor?
So, is that a quiz or a question?
I think that's a question.
I think that too.
Yeah.
Come on. Question.
Okay, so let's think to this. Who would have been, historically, a good actor that never actually has been the Doctor?
There's been quite a lot of actual good actors.
Yeah. Do you know who I would like to see? It would have been a very different one, probably more in the lines of Sylvester McCoy. I'm thinking, and this is probably just because I'm sad because he just died, Rick Mail.
Yeah.
Rick Mail as the Doctor. It would have been a really funny guy. Not an obvious Doctor, but a funny one.
Well, just saying something else. He wasn't a main Doctor, but he was kind of a Doctor. He was kind of a Doctor, but he wasn't a Doctor.
Right.
It's Richard E. Grant, who played Dr. Simeon.
Yeah.
It would be good to see more of his adventures, but other actors, I don't know really. It's quite hard.
Yeah, it is. I mean, what we would like to see, either in a spin-off series or perhaps with more audio books, would be John Hurt's Doctor, sort of more of the adventures of what happened in the Time War, or the spin-off series with Paul McGann, perhaps.
We were chatting about what spin-off series would we most like to see in one of the questions last week.
That's right, we were, weren't we? And we basically said the Paul McGann one then, didn't we?
Yeah, we thought Paul McGann would be quite good because they've rumoured that.
Yeah.
They've rumoured a few of them.
Yeah.
But so you think it should be Rick Mel? What about a person that hasn't died then?
Somebody that hasn't died. So if we could have any other actor.
It's quite hard, isn't it?
Yeah, it is actually.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who when I saw the list of who was going to be the possible ones for this time round before they announced it was Peter Capaldi.
It was mainly the main one. They thought it was going to be Peter Capaldi mainly, but there's this other actor that they thought it was going to be.
I'll tell you who I think. I can't think of the guy's name now. No, I can't think of his name, so I can't say it.
There would apparently
there was a comedian.
Miranda Hart was meant to be the Doctor.
Yeah, that's right. That was mentioned, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think what the there was the other comedian, the painful silence on air as my brain clicks over slowly. No, I'll come back to it if I think of his name. I'll come back to it. But he wasn't one of the favourites, but he was somebody else that was being rumoured. Should we have a look at the next question?
Okay. Go on.
Okay.
Or is it a quiz?
Or is it a quiz?
That's the question.
Okay.
Or is it a quiz?
Let's have a look, shall we? On the bit of paper. Okay. If the Cybermen were to fight the Sontarans, who would win?
Is that a quiz or a question?
I think that's a question again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
question. Mm,
Mm.
okay, it's
That's a tough one. I think it also depends on which Cybermen we're talking about. Are we talking about the new ones that appeared in the Silver
Nightmare and Silver,
Nightmare and Silver, or are we talking about the very early ones?
like 10th Planet ones.
Yeah, because they weren't as powerful, were they? I mean, let's face it. Now they're annihilation machines.
Sontarans are like Sontarans are bred for war.
Yeah.
That's why they're cloned. They're very good at fighting wars, but so if it was the old Cybermen fighting the Sontarans, should we start? I've got an idea. We should start from like the classic Cybermen versus the classic Sontarans, and then new Cybermen versus new Sontarans.
Okay.
So who would win out of classic Sontarans and classic Cybermen? Which Cyberman do you want to choose?
I think if we go for let's you say the Tom Baker era for both, shall we?
Yeah.
Because they both came into it at that point. I actually think possibly the Sontarans would have won back then.
Yeah, I think they're quite good at. They're quite powerful. Then, and the Cybermen weren't that powerful then.
No.
But yeah.
Whereas I think if you were to look at the modern day ones, I think the Cybermen are pretty powerful now, aren't they?
Yeah, should we look at the modern day ones?
Yeah.
So who would win out of the modern day
I think Cybermen now.
Yeah. I think that's quite easy.
I'm trying to think, have the Sontarans been, other than the good guy Sontaran, have they been in any episodes since Doctor Who came back? I'm trying to think of the top of my head.
They've been in Sontaran Stratagem, The Poison Sky.
Right.
Oh,
that's the that's the Sontar. Yeah, when they're with the guy that's chanting it as well, aren't they? Yeah, the young lad that's chanting it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Luke, I think.
Yeah.
Also, there was Sarah Jane Adventures. They were in it a couple of times. There was The Last Sontaran and Enemy of the Bane, I think it was called.
Right.
Because it's with Miss Wormwood, isn't it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Have you seen those ones?
Yeah, I think so. Yes. Yeah, I have. Yeah.
You've seen all the Sarah Janes?
I think I have probably seen most. Well, certainly most of them. There might be the odd one that I've not caught. Yeah.
Should we have another one?
Another one. Yeah. Okay. Who was the first Doctor to have a sonic screwdriver? That was a quiz.
Yeah, that's easy. So let's have quiz or question. Quiz. I know this, but do you want to have a go first?
Okay. I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna say John Pertwee.
It was actually, it first appeared in Fury from the Deep, and it was Patrick Troughton's Doctor.
Okay.
Who first had it.
Okay.
So.
Right. Oh, that's interesting. So it's actually most of the Doctors then.
What do you want to say about that then? Anything?
Yeah. I mean, was it as powerful then as it is now?
No.
Yeah,
Remember, it was in the War Games.
Of course, yeah. I mean, you watched that the other day, so I should have remembered that really.
Yeah, so it was the second Doctor.
Yeah.
Definitely wasn't the first Doctor.
Yeah.
Because it was Victoria he was showing.
Yeah.
When he first had it. But I think he had it before that, but it was never shown before.
Right, okay. Okay, next one.
Yeah.
Which assistant has been in the most number of episodes?
Easy, but that's a quiz, isn't it?
It is a quiz, yeah.
Quiz.
Okay. I mean, I'm assuming it's probably Sarah Jane. Is it not?
It's Jamie. Because
Yeah.
he was in,
Right.
wow, all of Patrick Troughton's apart from his first one.
Right.
So.
Okay, well, I wouldn't have known that. So it wasn't that easy, not for me.
It was quite an easy one if you think about it. You just need to look at the facts in your brain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, I think we've got one more.
We've got a few more.
I think we've got a few more, have we?
Yeah, there's There's 3 more in the
Okay.
box.
All right.
There's a
Okay.
few more in the box. Just they're never ending randomly.
Okay. This one here says, do you think the new series of Doctor Who?
What, series 34?
No, I think what they mean is the Second Coming.
Yeah.
Will go on as long as the classic series.
Is that a question or a quiz?
That's it. It's a question,
Question.
and it's one where we don't know the answer. So all we can do.
Well, it's
Is-
our opinion, isn't
an
it?
opinion,
We don't know. We don't always know about the questions.
Otherwise, it would be a quiz.
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
it? Yeah.
Because if we
true.
didn't know, it's our opinion on something
Yeah.
which
Okay.
they want to know about Doctor Who related.
Are you going to answer this one first?
No, you can answer it if you want.
Okay. I think that yes, it will go on as long,
Longer,
possibly
maybe?
even longer. Yeah.
How many series do you think this series will go on?
How many series of the classics was there?
26.
26. 28 then. I'll go for 28.
There's one more question.
Yeah.
Do you think that that the new series will be do you think the new series forgot what I was gonna say now. Oh, it's a good question.
Yeah.
But
I'll probably come back to you at the same time as I remember who the comedian is that I wanted to be the Doctor.
yeah. What were we chatting about again? What were we talking about?
I have no idea. Completely forgotten. I think maybe it's time to pick up the next one.
No, it was how long did the
Oh yeah, that's how long do we think the new series will go on for? Yeah, how many weeks do you think? How many years do you think? So.
I think. Well, it's hard to say. Oh yeah, I know the question now. Just out of subject. It was. Do you think there'll be an even newer series of Doctor Who, a third coming?
I think I think it will. I think there'll come a point when the BBC, assuming it's still on the BBC, will think people don't want to watch this anymore. They'll be into something new, like well, perhaps people would have really gone up and lived in space, so therefore there would be no more excitement about space and time travel because it would be real or something. People would have actually done it, and they'll stop it for a while, and then people will sort of complain, and by that time we'll be on Doctor Who Time and Space episode 7 million, still talking about it with nothing much to say because there's no new episodes or anything, and then all of a sudden we'll get that exciting news that we break that the third coming is arriving.
And we've said there's we're not bored anymore.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Imagine if we were doing Doctor Who Time and Space in that long gap between the Doctor Who TV movie and the new series.
That's right. And you'd be saying, and what are you going to review this week? And I'm saying, I've reviewed them all. Okay, there's nothing new. There's nothing new to review. You cannot review something else. Let's talk about Miss Marple or something instead.
We could have done a quiz or question every week,
But
we'd run out of questions because there's such long gap. We could have it every year.
Yeah.
The annual ones. The annual Doctor Who Time and Space, which at Christmas will be our third Christmas episode, but usually we do a top 50 of everything in the year. But
that's right,
we'll say this is top 50 of everything in the year. There's been nothing Doctor Who related in the year, so we're not going to do the top 50 today.
Yeah. Okay, well, another question that's written down, or quiz, we'll see. It says on here, do you think that Stephen Moffat is here for the long run?
What do you mean? Like?
I think it means, is he going to be around for much longer doing Doctor Who, or do we think he'll go off and concentrate instead on things like Sherlock or whatever his next whim is?
His next, what would you say? Quiz or question?
I think that's a question.
Yeah, I think it's a question because it's our opinion. Do you think?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Question.
Okay. Okay. So let's think through this. I think he'll do obviously the current series. I reckon he'll do at least one more.
He's doing Series 9. It's revealed that he's doing Series 9.
Right, okay.
He might do Series 10, which I hope he does.
Yeah.
I hope he can go on as long as he can, but he's good. He's been doing it quite good because he's probably writing Sherlock at this moment as well as he's writing Doctor Who at this moment.
Yeah.
He's probably writing Series 9 or Sherlock Series 4 or 5 or whatever.
Yeah. He's a bit of a machine when it comes to writing, isn't he? He sort of churns them out, but not only does he churn them out, he churns them out with some very clever stories.
Yeah, I think his stories are the best stories of the series. Name of the Doctor, Day of the Doctor, Time of the Doctor, Bells of St. John, Asylum of the Daleks, what's it called? The Weeping Angels, Angels Take Manhattan.
Yeah.
The Impossible Astronaut, Day of the Moon.
Which actually links very nicely with the next quizzle question, which was Series 7. If Stephen Moffat hadn't written any, which episode would have been your favourite of the non-Stephen Moffat ones?
Okay, should we quick quizzle question?
I think that's again a question. I think it's an opinion.
Question.
Okay. Right, got to try and think through them all now. Right, so you probably remember them all more than me, so perhaps you should answer this one first.
This is hard.
It is hard because his ones always jump out as being the best ones, don't they?
It's really hard. I might say Hyde.
Yeah, I think Hyde was the one I was immediately thinking of, actually.
Because Hyde is a really good one.
Yeah.
And it's my third favourite of Series 7 Part 2, probably.
Yeah, so it makes sense to actually go for that one, wouldn't it, really?
Yeah, it wouldn't be Rings of Rakuten, Dinosaurs on the Spaceship, or Nightmare in Silver, probably.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no.
They're probably my last three.
Yeah.
I'd choose.
Yeah, no, I think so. I did like the Cold War, though. But that was a good one as well. Introduced us to Skaldak.
Skaldak. Do you think Skaldak will be ever being in it again?
I think viewers of this channel may see him quite soon.
Why? Oh.
Yeah, we shall see.
Yeah.
We shall see.
But in real Doctor Who, do you think?
Real Doctor Who, it wouldn't surprise me actually if they bring back an Ice Wave
Skaldak
story.
never died.
No, it could well come back, perhaps.
Yeah.
Particularly if the rumours are true that the Ice Warriors may be returning in this series.
With Mark Gatiss episode again.
Yeah, he might well bring him back.
Because Mark Gatiss wrote. Wait, no.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he wrote
Cold
that one,
War.
yeah. Of course, we don't know that. It may not have happened because we haven't seen the leaked scripts.
No. But I hope nobody will comment on our video and do that.
Exactly. Because we don't want to know, do we?
No.
As we've said earlier on.
Yeah, we don't.
Have we got how many more have we got?
2 more.
Two
today.
more.
2 more today.
Okay.
A second, penultimate one. Then?
This one here says, how many doctors? Or sorry, let's rephrase that. Which doctors have never met the Sontarans?
Quiz or question?
That sounds like a quiz to me.
Me too.
Okay.
Quiz.
No, you're the brainiac here, so this is probably best for you to
So
answer.
what was it?
So which doctors haven't met the Sontarans?
First Doctor. Second Doctor. 5th Doctor. 7th Doctor. 8th Doctor. War Doctor. And 9th Doctor. So 7 Doctors.
Excellent.
Out of the 11.
Okay. That's brilliant.
Well, out of the 12
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah.
But then we've got the And then we've got the Peter Capaldi ones, and we don't know if the Sontarans will return then. We don't know anything really about the new monsters. Well, we know Cybermen.
Yeah.
Maybe Daleks. I think the Clockwork Robots are going to be in it.
Yeah, I think that might have been confirmed, mightn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, and then the final one. Which classic companion would have been best suited in the newer series of Doctor Who?
Quiz or question?
Okay, that's quite a exciting one there.
Is it a quiz or question?
I'd say that's a question. It's an opinion.
Me too. Question. Remember last week when I pressed the wrong button?
You did,
I
yeah.
pressed quiz instead of question when it was question.
Well, it's such a big button that looks the same, doesn't it?
Yeah, they look both red, shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, which companion do you think?
I think maybe Sarah Jane.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think, and they've got to be the same age as when they were in it originally.
Yeah.
I would go for Leela, I think, because she's an action hero.
You always go for Leela.
Yeah.
She's your favourite, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's quite sort of action.
She is.
I think
she would be quite a good new one.
Yeah.
I think she'd go second.
Yeah.
But I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah. Well, I'm predictable, am I?
Yeah, you're predictable, am I?
No, you're a little bit less.
Oh, thank you.
So, that's the end of that section.
I think it's the end of the podcast.
Well, so for those people that have never listened before, I hope you've enjoyed it.
And please comment below if you've got a quiz or question
But remember,
for us.
Don't tell us whether it's a quiz or question. We'll make that up ourselves.
Yes.
We'll decide.
But please just ask us any random quiz or question. Remember, if you want it to be a quiz, don't tell us, but quiz means that it's a quiz about something that's happened before, and the question is our opinion on something that we think is going to happen, or we think about something.
And the other thing as well is if you disagree with our opinions that we've given onto the questions, feel free to say what you think instead.
What your answers for?
Yeah, if they don't agree with us, then we'd love to hear what people do think.
And also, if you've got if you want to add anything, if you want to say that it was a quiz, I think it was a quiz, not a question, feel free to answer. Just tell us anything about your quiz or question. I hope you enjoyed the show.
Yeah, and just remember, just be polite.
Yeah.
Be nice.
So next week we'll be doing another quiz or question.
Ooh.
So stay tuned. We'll be doing another episode review by me.
Yeah.
Be doing the latest news, and we'll be doing Trial of the Eighth Doctor.
Oh.
So yeah.
Okay. So in the meantime, try and get around to watching the next or listening to the next episode of Professor Travers, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
See ya.